Hello dear students of class 9. We will now do the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree. The Lake Isle of Innisfree has been written by William Butler Yeats. I wonder if you have heard of this name. He's a very famous poet. He was an Irish poet. He was born on 13th June 1865 and he died on 28th January 1939. He was an Irish poet actually. He was not only a poet, but he was also a dramatist. He was a prose writer, and he is one of the foremost figures of the 20th century literature. He's a very well-known name, and he's like a pillar of the Irish literature. And everybody has a really high respect, and they really acclaim. He's a very acclaimed writer. He was not only a writer, but he also served as a senator of the Irish Free State for 2 years, and so he really earned himself a name and a well-known figure, not only in the literary world but also in the political world. So we will do the Lake Isle of Innisfree today, and the Lake Isle, as you know by the name, is island. It's a lake island. Isle means island, and Innisfree is in Ireland, in the country of Ireland. And so this is a well-known poem, as it is written here in the blue box you can see there. This well-known poem explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of Innisfree, a place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. This poem is a lyric. So this poem is a lyric. Lyric means it can be sung. You can set a tune to it and you can sing it. So it's a lyric and very rhythmic. And so let me read the poem for you. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings, and midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evenings full of linnets' wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear the lake water lapping with the low sounds of the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. By William Butler Yeats. Now there are some important words here. Wattles. Can you repeat this word? Wattles. Wattles means twisted sticks for making fences and walls. So wattles are like thorny thin sticks, twisted sticks. Glade. Glade means a clearing or an open space of land. Linnet. What is linnet? A linnet is a small brown and grey bird with a short beak. It's a very small bird and it has a short beak. So linnet sings. It has a very high pitched sound and it sings beautifully. So here the poet is longing to have some peace and quiet, and he wants to go to Innisfree. It is a lake island of Innisfree. So here means I will arise. I means the poet. The poet says that he wants to go to Innisfree. And what will he do there? He says, and I want to go to Innisfree. I will arise means get up. Arise also means I will leave everything and I will go to Innisfree. And a small cabin built there. I will build there a small cabin for myself. And what will be that cabin made of? It will be made of clay and wattles. So it will be made of wattles and clay. That is the wattles are, as we learned earlier, small sticks or thin sticks that you can make fences with, and with the clay he will make a cabin for himself. 9 bean rows will I have there. 9 bean rows means I will have beans. I will grow beans there for myself, and I will also have a hive for the honey bee, so that he can have fresh honey. and live alone in the bee-loud glade. In the bee-loud glade means a glade, as we learned just now. Glade means an open space, and in a bee-loud means where you can hear the buzzing of the bees, the monotonous sound of the buzzing of the bees. It gives him peace and tranquility. It is maybe a place that is away from the big noise of the city. And so he wants to, says, I will arise, I will get up, and I will go to Innisfree. Innisfree is also it is actually an uninhabited island. Nobody lives there. It's a very beautiful place. But he gets used to live near Innisfree when he was a little boy. That's why the place reminds him of peace and tranquility, and of the old times of his when he was a young boy. So that loving memory gives him peace in his mind. And I shall have some. That's the second stanza now. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. I shall have some peace there. What is he longing for? He's longing for peace. And he says, because peace comes dropping slow, it comes really very, very slow. Because there is no peace in life. Everybody is running in his life. Everybody is running for work, running here and there. And everybody is so busy. And there is no peace in anyone's life. So he says, the peace comes dropping slow. It comes very slowly. Dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. And here, when he goes to Innisfree, he says, I will have peace there. And it comes very slowly and tranquilly, in a very tranquil manner, means in a very peaceful manner, from the vales of the morning. That as a veil, veil as a covering, when the morning covers or uncovers itself, and then it will come from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. You can hear the cricket singing there. There, midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow. How has he described there? The midnight's all a glimmer. It's glimmering, it's shining. How do you think the midnight is shining? From the moonlight and also maybe glowworms. So the midnight's all a glimmer. It is glimmering, it is shimmering, and so he's longing for that, and so it is all a glimmer. And then he says, and noon a purple glow. And noon also, it's a purple glow. Maybe there are clouds there, and there's vegetation there, and all that color combines, and it seems as if there is a purple glow there. So he says that the noon time is a purple glow. And evenings full of linnets' wings. So in the evenings it is so quiet that you can even hear the flapping of the linnet's wings. The little bird, when it flaps, you can even hear the linnet's wings. That's how quiet and peaceful there is. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. Where I stand on the doorway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. He says, now I will arise. Now he has made up his mind. I will go now, he says. For always night and day, whether it is night or whether it is day, he can hear in his heart the lapping of the lake waters. The lapping is an onomatopoeic word, lap. Onomatopoeia, the figure of speech, which means it gives you the impression of a sound. So the lapping is an onomatopoeic word, and so he says, I can hear the lapping of the lake waters. So where does he hear? And he can hear the low sounds by the shore, the soft sounds of the water lapping against the shore, the lake shore. And where is he? Where can he hear this? While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey. While he is standing on the roadway, or while he is on the pavement, standing on a grey pavement, grey cemented pavement, that is grey pavement, I hear it in the deep heart's core. In the core of his heart, he can hear the sound of the lake waters lapping against the shore. This is how he says, in deep in his heart, which means he is really, really longing for that peace and quiet that he used to enjoy when he was a little boy. When you grow up, life takes a different turn, and here Yeats wants to go back to the time of his boyhood when he used to enjoy the beauty of nature, take in the sounds of nature, take in the beautiful glow of nature, and that is why he says, I will arise and go now. Well, this is the explanation of the poem. I hope that you like this lyrical poem. It has been written in 3 quatrains. What's a quatrain? A quatrain is 3 quatrains. You see 3 stanzas, and each stanza is a quatrain, means it has 4 lines, and they are rhymed together. Well, I'll give you the literary devices written on on a PDF, so that you can remember them properly. And so students, I hope that you like this poem very much, as I liked it, because it's a very lyrical poem and it gives you an image. You can very clearly imagine the lake, you can very clearly imagine the lapping of the waters, of the cricket sounds, the honeybees buzz, and the mud hut, or the little cabin, and the wattles that it is made of, the beans that is growing, and the linnet's wings, and the beautiful color of nature in the morning and the noontime and at night. So please do the literary devices that I will give you now separately. Thank you.